Is there anything when you look around, investing here in the United States versus overseas? I know you've been very active looking at some of the investments in China and other places. What to you is the most exciting part of potential growth?
Well, of course, China has grown at a rate that for a country that big is unprecedented in the previous history of the world. So that's a huge development. And it's enormously important to the world. When that many people start getting ahead year after year at that kind of a percentage rate, it affects the whole world. And it's a huge development. I think we have no sensible alternative except to be very friendly with China, and I think they have no sensible alternative except to be very friendly with us.
We have people who come on our air, Jim Chanos and others, who worry about the slowdown in China and who say that it can't continue at the same pace, but if it's a harsh
anything that's
landing.
Extreme as that will eventually stop. China will not grow at real terms at 10% per annum for another 40 years or something.
But
they would own the world.
Can they ease into this landing, though, I guess is the question.
Well, nobody knows that for sure, do they?
No, what do you think, though?
I would bet that with fluctuations, China continues to do very well with its policies.
Is there...
I would argue that in some important respects, they've been smarter than we have.
Which respects?
Their set of policies created by, a nominally communist government have actually been very intelligent in driving the welfare of their people ahead at a rapid rate. It's a huge achievement what they've done.
There have been a lot of murmurs about the next step since the party is changing hands later this year. You're going to see new leadership that comes in, continuing that openness. And I guess you think that's the right way to go, too?
Well, I don't have any better skill at predicting the future governance of China than other people, and I'm not sure even in China they know any better than we do. But I would say, considering where they started, in a communist bureaucracy with widespread starvation, and without any big wars or anything, to have transformed a nation that big by a combination of population control and bringing in free market business principles, it's one of the most remarkable human achievements in the history of the world. And I can't help admiring some of the people who caused it. And when I meet these modern communist leaders, they look like so many admirals of the Navy. They don't look like crazy ideologues of the past. So what's going on is very peculiar. But they have some of the merit of Singapore in modern China. They copied it on purpose. And I regard what happened in Singapore as the best example of successful governance in the history of the world.